Welcome to day 4 of the 31 Days Horror. So for all that are joining me tonight, thank you so much. My hair's a mess, but let's put on my YouTube-y thing so that we can actually see your messages as they come up on the screen. Because they're often faded a bit when they first start out. Something to know. So what are we doing tonight? We are talking about Lucio Fulci. We are going specifically, for me, I watched 2 Lucio Fulci films. For you guys, I watched Murder Rock and The Psychic. 2 very extremely different Lucio Fulci films. I also have a Severin unboxing to do today. Hey, Sculder. So, do we get into the films first? I feel like we should get into the films first and then do the unboxing after. Although I'm actually very excited about the unboxing. I'm not going to lie to you. But maybe I'll keep some of you here longer if I wait in the unboxing part. Hey, and ready? What was that voice? It was odd. It was unusual. So, I'm guessing, I'm hoping you guys are fans of Fulci or Giallos or that type of thing. Because if you are, welcome. You're in the right place. I'm actually wearing my Severin shirt today. Actually, my Sergio Martino. All the colors of the dark. The unboxing will come up, I promise. You guys want the unboxing first? Okay, but don't go like skipping out on me just after I do the unboxing. Just saying. All right, so I'm removed the packing peanuts from the Severin package. Wow, they pack really well. Super lot of packing peanuts there. So, you want to see my fancy address. So this is the box it came in. And if you have something to do, I'm just saying, I was just joking about that. So I'll go through the stickers and stuff first, and then I'll get into the stuff. Now, one of the things I'm about to show you, I'll wait on that one. It's probably going to give stuff away. So first off, I got 2 of the Severin. What's in the box? 2 of the Severin stickers, which you guys don't care about because you get Severin stickers on everyone. But I dig these, so I'm actually going to be putting these places. I got the really cool Pixel Elixir sticker on this one. Thank you, Severin, for that. And Pixel Elixir. I, of course, got their Intervision sticker. And Pixel Elixir sent this here Night Killer bookmark. I don't own Night Killer. This really makes me want to buy Night Killer. Just look at this. That makes me want to buy Night Killer. It really, really does. I know that's not going to be on sale during their Black Friday one, but I really want it. Night Killer's not in this box. Spoiler alert. Now, however, this is going to be a really big spoiler. So, this is the sticker. And by now, you should probably know at least part of what this parcel is. So everybody know what movie this is from? It also came with, whoa, I can't show that. Okay. Hold on, I gotta do a self-censorship here. With this here lenticular artwork, which I am actually censoring because there is some nudity in the art. Wow, this is going to give everything away, but we still got to get to it. It also came with this here poster. And this is going to give you a hint on an upcoming thing as well. So it came with that. And the last of the kind of like the things before we get into the films themselves, it also came with, and I'm not going to lie, this is one of the big reasons that I picked what I got, one of the way that I picked it. This here is a keychain. So, oh. It's a heavy keychain. It looks gorgeous. I did, Charles. I did order one of the bundles. plus something extra, which you kind of know because I showed you the poster. So they had a bundle that I couldn't resist, that I knew every film in that bundle was going to be part of my 31 Days of Horror. And we'll start out with Killer Crocodile and Killer Crocodile 2. This came as a package together. Now, from what I hear, Killer Crocodile 2 actually has a documentary on it. And correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows this. It's actually a feature-length documentary. So I was really surprised to hear that. So it's like a career documentary on the, I think it's on the, I think it's the special effects guy. So let's look inside and see what the artwork is like. I want to keep that sticker though. Okay, you stay right there, sticker. See what the artwork's like on the inside of Killer Crocodile. It has one annoying thing. It's got the sticker on the inside, like this, which I'll get off. So let's look together. So of course we're going to have that sexy black case, right? So this here. Also, okay, now this is the Killer Crocodile, more of the style of the art that I remember from Killer. I've seen this movie a long time ago. Killer Crocodile. This here is the font from the film, the actual real font. They just chose like a weird decision on the font on the outside, which I don't quite get. Maybe there's a font somewhere else, but it's kind of unique. Now, I'm pretty sure where this is 2 films, this art is going to be like double-sided. Well, we'll check that in a second. So you open it up, and as you can see, there is Killer Crocodile 1 and Killer Crocodile 2 on the inside. Sure there's no nudity. Okay, good. And on the back of this one, we see there with some features, which I will read out to you. So there is In the Jaws of the Crocodile, interview with makeup FX artist Gennaro Di Rossi. The Fearless Crocodile Hunter, interview with actor Pietro Gennardi. Of Crocodiles and Man, interview with actor Richard Anthony Crenna. If that name sounds familiar, it's actually Richard Crenna. Remember the guy from Rambo, from the Rambo films? Well, it's his son in this. It Crawls, interview with cinematographer Federico Del Zappo, and trailer. Now, I'm pretty sure there's... Oh, there's not. I'm super surprised. See, I would have expected there to be artwork on the inside for one reason. And one very special reason. Because we don't know the features on the other disc. It's not listed on here. I'm really surprised about that. So Killer Crocodile gets the art and gets the right cover, but we don't get the listing of the features for the second film. Because the second film has a documentary on it. Yeah, it's on the website, but you would think, kind of, Charles, that would be something important to put on there, because people, some people may not know. And it's a good selling point. I mean, like, it's definitely a selling point for the set, right? Like it says here, like if you look at Killer Crocodile 2 features documentary on FX master Gennaro Di Rossi, right? Like there's a sticker there, so I guess that, that kind of counts. But I kind of feel like that was probably a last minute decision. All right. So next up, and the other part of the bundle, this was the August bundle, obviously you know that by now, was the 2-disc edition of one of my favorites, Wax Mask. I'm a huge fan of this film. I have been for a long time. I spent a lot of money back in the day searching this film out. It was not something that was readily available back in the VHS days. I had to spend, I had to go Video Search Miami and spend some extra dough to actually get this one come. I remember getting it. Normally it would have been around $25. It got hit by customs along the way, and I had ended up having to pay like another $40 for it back then, on VHS, and it wasn't even like, it was a pretty wonky copy. So I ended up paying like around $65 for the film. So this is way cheaper, and All right, so this is Wax Mask. This is the limited edition cover. I think you guys are going to be fans of the inside cover of this one. If anybody hasn't seen it, if you've never seen this film, it's really cool, actually. I'm taking the sticker off now before I show the inside. And I do know that there will be, like, alternate artwork with this one. I'm still surprised that it wasn't for Killer Crocodile. Like, it's not a make or break thing, obviously. But I just think it's weird. You got 2 movies in there. Okay, imagine if you go to the store and the sticker's taken off, somebody goes back and he gets Killer Crocodile, and you open up and both of them are there, and you think, wow, man, I just scored an extra movie. Well, I would say Wax Mask is more of a, I guess in a way you could say sort of buddy horror. It's kind of like gothic with an edge. It is done by Sergio Severin, who was like the main effects guy for movies like Opera, and he worked for Argento. He worked for a bunch of those guys. This was his directorial debut, and as you can see, he goes really all in on the monster aspect of the Wax Mask killer. There's a kind of a Darkman-esque portion of this where he has different like wax faces of different people. There is a ton of features on. I'm not even joking. There's like a ton of features on here. Yeah, like I had to get it. Now, when you open it up, take this out here, you're going to notice that there are 2 discs. One is the Blu-ray. Hey there, cool blue. And the other is the soundtrack, actually. So this actually comes with a soundtrack. It has 24 tracks on it. Everything from like the like Tale of Slaughter, Sonia and Alex, The Fire, Resolution, and Finale. Hey Vinny, I got it, man. I'm super stoked. I got my Severin August bundle. And there is the alternate artwork that a lot of people are familiar with for the Wax Mask, and that's right here. Looks like T1000. It does look like T1000. I do like the cover, though. Welcome back, Wheels. Now, I'm just going to quickly read out the features that are on this thing, and they went all in on the Wax. They really went all in on the Wax Mask. So, Wax Mask, in case you don't know, it's an excellent film. Me too. I love the cover. And it actually, Robert Hossein started movies like Rafifi, and he was in a bunch of stuff. He's one of my better half. If my better half sees a movie and his name is attached to it, she buys it immediately. There's not even a second thought. She'll always buy, like, he's solid. He's one of the best French actors out there. He was. So, we got here audio commentary with director, special effects artists Sergio Stavelliti and Michelangelo Stavelliti. There is Beyond Fulci, the interview pretty much everybody from Fragasso to Stavelliti to Massimo Galang. We got like the Chamber of Horrors again, where people are being interviewed, or like Argento. Then there's Living Dolls with the Mysteries of the Wax Museum, the Waxworks Symphony, the grand opening, Wax Unmasked, which is an interview with Alan Jones. And plus, aside from that, there's all the vintage featurettes, behind the scenes, special effects, on set with the Argento, all that stuff there as well. This is a loaded one. Great. I mean, honestly, this could have easily been the slipcover, and I so would about it. But maybe they were worried that, like, with those ones where they do like the Terminator 2 and stuff like that. So if you haven't already figured it out, I ordered one extra thing to go with this Severin set, with the Severin bundle. And it's a set. I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss out on this set in the way that I missed out on the first set. And the first set was the Blood Island trilogy. But no way in hell could I miss out on a set that had some quality Christopher Lee in it. So I picked up the Hemisphere Horrors box set. This is numbered. Apparently they're getting low. And when I found out that they were getting low in number, I made sure that I had to grab it. Originally, my first choice. I was going to grab Next to Kin and another film. I said, I'll get the box set now. I can get Next to Kin afterwards. But I wanted to look at some of these within the 31 Days of Horror. So we will be looking at least one or maybe multiple of these films here. And you can see my number right there, 1,415 of 3,500. And let's dive in. Let's look at it. So as you can see from watching this video from the beginning, this came with a poster of this here cover art. Now, if you're not familiar with the Hemisphere's horror, it's the Filipino like style films. We are unboxing Severin, dude. Welcome, Ryan. Okay. So you're getting stuff like Eddie Ramiro. Next to Kin's a great film scholar. It's an excellent film. I really got to revisit. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I really remember loving it. So we're getting like Eddie Ramiro stuff, Al Adamson stuff here. So there's going to be some quality features. So first off, we got Curse of the Vampire. I love these covers, by the way. The old buy set. Nice. And there are features on. Oh, wow, there are more features than expected. So we got an interview with Eddie Garcia on here. Curse Vampire. The marketing of Hemispheres. Interview with marketing consultant Samuel M. Sherman. As a marketing guy. Yes, actually, Andrew, all their newer stuff does anyway. Comes in these here black cases. It's one way that differentiates them from other companies. And I think it really stands out. I really enjoy the black cases. Originally, they had blue cases, just like everyone else. But around a year or two ago, they went into the black cases, and they went all in. Next up is the audio commentary with Filipino genre documentarian Andrew Levold. Partial audio commentary with Sam Sherman. That'll be interesting. Deleted scenes, trailers, and Beasts of Blood, Curse of the Vampire radio spot. So I don't think there's going to be any alternate artwork here, so just see that. That's the first film. Let's look at number 2. Wow, they all got lots of features on them. Way. Okay. Something here I'm going to look at the end. So here is The Blood Drinkers. I've heard like really good things about this actually. Because I don't think I've seen this one. I really don't. And we got some really cool features on here as well. Or you're going to get Manang of the Philippines interview with the script supervisor. Hemisphere Appreciation by filmmaker Dave Dakota. Audio commentary with Nathaniel Thompson and Howard S. Berger. Partial audio commentary again with Sam Sherman. You only have 2 in black cases? You must have a lot of the older ones then. Deleted scenes, Blood Drinkers trailer, Vampire People trailer. I'm guessing that's probably 2 titles for the movie. And radio spot. There's something in here that I'm going to come back to. Third is, and I think this is, I love this, Brain of Blood. I guess, some of these still go marketed to retail stores. That's probably why. Hey, George, thanks. So this one has Memories of Blood, interviews with director Al Adamson, producer Samuel Sherman, associate producer J.P. Spahn, actor Xander Vorkov. Xander Vorkov is in this? Okay, Xander Vorkov, guys, plays Dracula in Dracula vs. Frankenstein. It's a really cheesy Al Adamson film. I thought that was the only thing he ever did. I'm wrong. Actor Sean Graver and filmmaker Fred Olen Ray. We also get a partial audio commentary with producer, co-writer Samuel L. Sherman, trailer, radio spot, and of course, this is in blood-curdling color. Blood-curdling color. I'll get that right one of these days. And that didn't just come with those. That actually came with the bonus disc, which I think is only available in the set. So all the rest of these are probably available outside of the set. This isn't. And this is the double feature of The Black Cat and The Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism. Wickedly cool. And pretty much feature free, trailers for each of them. But when I said there's something here that interested me, I wasn't joking. Which one is it? It's the heaviest one. It's you. Okay. So, with Severin included a catalog. Hey, Ghostbusters, Severin included a catalog for 2019. So let's look and see if there's anything in here that isn't out yet. And there is. So coming soon to Blu-ray and DVD. Anybody that's got the Severin catalog probably knows this already, but is Beast in the Cellar. So that is awesome. And of course, Dracula versus Frankenstein, the one that I just mentioned, will also be. I like this cover too. It's actually kind of different. There's like there's all their movies in here. Okay, Beast and Heat, which already came out. That's a good Nazi exploitation documentary, apparently. And also coming soon, Blood on Satan's Claw. With Blood on Satan's Claw and Beast in the Cellar coming from the same company, I'm kind of wondering if either that's gonna be some kind of special bundle itself, or maybe they're doing a box set. That'd be different. Maybe there's another box set coming from Severin. Maybe it's coming in November. Well, basically, 31 Days Halloween works as I'm going to be talking mostly about like thing on topic, and I'll be doing like unboxings, and then we'll be going into outer topic things afterwards. But there you go, guys. So, movies that are coming up within this 31 days of 31 days of horror, we'll be talking about the Wax Mask. So, Wax Mask. So, if you got this one, know that we're going to do a deep dive into Wax Mask. We're going to talk about Sergio Savaletti. We'll talk about the origin of this film and exactly what went on behind the scenes for Savaletti to get that. We'll be talking about Killer Crocodile and Killer Crocodile 2. Both of these here will be done during the I like the fact that they're going with different stuff. And I'll be talking about some of the Filipino horror in this Hemisphere's horror box set as well. I will announce before which ones I'm going to be doing. So if you are on my Patreon or if you're on my Twitter, you know, I don't have HBO now here. That I put out a clue for what tomorrow's video is going to be about. And that was, and I will just flip into my Patreon, easiest way to find it for me, because I got the app. And I said, I actually revealed it on Patreon exactly what it was, but for people that didn't know, the post. Let me bring up the post. Hopefully I can bring up the post. Mother. Okay, so what I said on the post was basically a double feature with one of the films that was filmed where the third film of a popular slasher franchise was filmed, and the other features an actress that will go on to the stars. What ties them together? The director. So for those that haven't been on or haven't seen what tomorrow is, well, tomorrow is Nico Mastriakis Day. Tomorrow I will be talking about two very different, but what I still consider them underrated films. I'll be talking about Nico Mastriakis' film Blind Date, and which for Person from the Stars, it's got Marina Sirtis in it and Kirstie Alley. And I will be talking about his other film, which is actually a really suspenseful film called Zero Boys. So if you've seen both of those, fantastic. If you haven't seen any of those, but definitely try and check them out if you can, at least one of them. If not, check out another Nico Mastriakis film. You can check out All in the Death if you want to, but at your own, with a warning that That's not exactly the easiest of films to watch. So yeah, I'll be looking into Nico Mastrox's work tomorrow on the fifth day of the 31 Days of Horror. So is everybody familiar with Mastrox? Please answer. I feel like that's that Jeb Bush thing. Please clap. Because I put a, let's just say, Mary, you will be. You definitely will be. And if you haven't seen Zero Buzz, you really should. And like in all seriousness, like no joking, Zero Buzz is actually a really good film. I will sell you on that tomorrow. And it's actually a very suspenseful film when it gets started. And I really like the way that it goes. She missed that memo, dude. Well, it's never too late, right? Could be walking down the street tomorrow. Got that on the Arrow Blu-ray. Perfect. It's an excellent film. And I watched it last night. And I'll be rewatching it tomorrow morning before I do the video. And today's 31 Days of Horror topic was Lucio Fulci. In particular, I watched two Fulci films for you guys. I watched Murder Rock and I watched The Psychic. The crocodile ones, they're going to be cool. It's going to be a cool one. I'm going to be doing those soon. Now, before I go any farther, before I even mention anything about either one of these films, is everybody or anybody familiar with either or both of these films? Are you saying you haven't seen Murder Rock or The Psychic? Okay, you have to rectify that. It's Fulci, man. This is Fulci we're talking about. Lucio Fulci, the guy that brought us to the beyond. And House by the Cemetery. All right, we're going to get in this. So this is Murder Rock. Murder Rock is pretty much, I've seen The Psychic. It's pretty much if Lucio Fulci took over Alan Parker's fame and made it into a movie. This has a ton of music in it, by the way. The music is done by Keith Emerson of Emerson, Lake and Palmer, who did a lot of these here, like soundtracks. I wish the soundtrack was with it because I really like the songs in it. They get like picked on a lot, but there's one specific song that plays a couple times in the movie, at least 2 or 3 times, and because there's like full dance scenes in this film. This one here, hey Danny, starts out with no less than 3 music type dance sequences in the film. There's actually some cool kills in here, but if you know Fulci from The Beyond or House by the Cemetery, if that's your benchmark for Fulci, you're gonna be very surprised when you watch this one, because it's not gory, and I don't mean it's really not gory, like at all. The killer uses a long, kind of like a hat pin type of thing, and shoves it in the breast, like basically goes through the heart of the person that they're killing. This is fun. I mean, Greta Gerwig is in this one. She, who you've seen, of course, in movies like Demons and Shocking Dark. I don't find Severin that expensive, actually. They're about like Vinegar Syndrome. They're around that level, like price wise. This one here isn't Severin. This one here is actually this one cost me like around $18, maybe a little bit less, maybe around 16. This is a Scorpion releasing. There's actually some great features on here as well. There's like basically there's Italian audio on here that's properly translated English subtitles. There is an audio commentary with Troy Haworth on here. I own a couple of his books. There's a fantastic interview with Greta on this. And if you have seen Demons, for instance, if you've ever seen Demons, she hasn't changed. Oh my God, she looks exactly the same as she did back when I watched Demons. I'm not joking. Like, look her up. This girl, she may be a vampire. She looks exactly the same as she did when I saw Demons years ago. Beautiful lady, and she still looks looks the same. There is an interview with the makeup artist on here, which is actually really good, and they use audio excerpts from Lucio Fulci as well. It says reversible art, but that was an error in the printing. There's actually no reversible artwork on this one here. It's a really cool film. There's a great cast. Ray Lovelock is in this movie. Lovelock does a great job. He has an important role, not the biggest role, but he has an extremely important role in this film. It's an amazing cast. We got Claude Casanelli in here. Olga Karlatis is in this film. Definitely, probably one of my favorite Lucio Fulci kind of like giallo type films. There's some really nice things in this, and certain aspects of it. I love the killer reveal. I guess the killer in this one. I love how the killer's revealed. I love the way that it's done. The music on here is actually pretty cool. It's Emerson. Keith Emerson does the music. There's actually a famous singer that does a pretty famous singer that does the main title song, and it's still stuck in my head, by the way. Next up is The Psychic. Now, if you haven't seen The Psychic, or this doesn't look familiar under this one, The Psychic, its other title is Seven Notes in Black. And this is also a Scorpion releasing title. You did, actually, Jesse. Like, they're both fantastic films. If you wanted nudity, no, because Murder Rock is filled with nudity and really cute girls. But if you want like a really good, like, kind of like an Agatha Christie-esque giallo, that's what The Psychic is. See, both of these films are good for different reasons. If you're looking for giallo, as in what you expect, as in like unusual deaths, weird clues, and kind of semi-known Italian names with an abundance of nudity, that's Murder Rock. That's exactly what that is. There's even a kind of half death there where a canary gets killed. A very important part of the film, actually. The Psychic is definitely a better written film. It's a slower one. It's good. It's really good. The storyline is excellent for The Psychic. Actually, that's a good question. I'll get back to that after The Psychic. So remind me, okay? And dancing, yes. And some of the best looking girls I've ever seen in those films. So The Psychic is a fantastic film. There's some great like features on The Psychic too. There's a really long interview with Dardano Sacchi, which I thought was really, really good. There's a commentary with Troy Haworth, which I haven't got to listen to yet, I'll be honest with you. But this is an extremely good film. But again, if you're only familiar with the later stuff of Fulci, like The Beyond and stuff like that, and his, and the New York Ripper, then this is not that either. This is a very, very timid film when it comes to the deaths. It reins it in. There is no nudity in this film at all. But the deaths are cool, like the way they're done. It's placed together and everything is pieced together well. I really enjoyed this film. I watched both Murder Rock and The Psychic, and this one does have a alternate artwork, which I'm not going to show you. And I'll tell you why. Because if you get this movie and you've never seen The Psychic before, I strongly recommend you just open up this Blu-ray and you open up this here, put the Blu-ray in. Do not look at the spoilerific alternate artwork, because I did see them. I got them. I don't have the female scorpion, but I do have the Vincent Price set. I don't have enough money to get the female scorpion, but I was tempted. But this is a really good film. Jennifer Neal's in this one. Mark Perel, who unfortunately passed away way too early. He was very young. He passed away. He was in Casablanca when he passed, and he's been in like he was in a lot of films. He was married to Barbara Bignolfi actually, from the yeah I do from Suspiria and many other films. The Sister of Ursula. He was in that with her actually as well. This is a great film. You get to see exactly how good Fulci's giallos could be. Here's the thing. Fulci's giallos, especially things like The Psychic and Murder, and even Murder Rock, and I will go out there on that limb. I will go on that hill, and I will defend Murder Rock as an excellent film. In all seriousness, yes, there's the cheesy music and there's the 80s-ness of it, but story-wise, it's solid. And I think acting-wise, it was too. A lot of Fulci's giallos, scripted-wise, are more solid than Argento's. The scripting in Fulci giallos, it's more paced. You want to know my difference between Fulci and Argento? I grew up loving Argento. Argento is one of my favorites. One of my idols is Argento. I was completely in love with Isaiah. What's the standing point in Murder Rock? Without any spoilers. Okay, don't worry, I won't spoil it for you. I don't want to say the music because there's lots of cheesy '80s music stuff in there. Keith Emerson's score is really good, but I can't. I really can't. There's a really cool like sequence, like a nightmare scene, where the lead actress has a dream, and she sees this strange man, played by Ray Lovelock, like chasing her with a large pin, like an oversized type of pin, and it's really well done. But what I really think is the key thing, what I really think is the key to Murder Rock, and I think a lot of people unfortunately miss this, is Fulci is pretty genius in the fact that he shoots the film like a regular film, but he shoots a lot of the murders in much the way of a what would become a music video style would be. And I don't mean in a Rob Zombie or like one of those like type styles. I mean, there's one specific kill, and I can't really go into details, where this girl is killed, and there's lighting and the lighting on it is like, it's like music video lighting. It's almost like kind of like experimental theater lighting. It's really well done. It stood out for me in the film. And if you've seen the movie, guys, you know what the sequence I'm talking about. It's this girl is killed, and she goes towards the window, and the lighting is really unique, and it stood out, and it stuck in my mind for like a long time after I'd finished watching the film. And I actually went back before I did this video, and I rewatched that sequence of the film. So while I was like eating my hamburger, cheeseburger actually, with extra pickle. Exactly, that's a good one. That's a good way to put it, Garrett. They look like watching someone else's dream. Murder Rock is one that, because of some of the music and because of some, people tend to dismiss it, like offhanded, and it really shouldn't be dismissed. It really should be studied more. I will definitely go on the record up, saying that Murder Rock should be studied more. There's some really neat aspects of it. Like, it's not Don't Torture Duckling, definitely it's not that, but it is its own thing. It's its own beast, and when you find so many giallos that are very similar to other giallos. Conquest is a good one. Me too. My better half can't watch a movie at all if the animals get killed. I'm surprised we got through any of the Halloween films. But I love Argento. I love his work. Argento was my first love. when it comes to cinema, like strongly. But I Fulci was one of those that I grew to love over time. I was not as aware of Fulci when I was a young kid as was of Argento. Argento was the guy. He was put out there. Everybody that I knew, even like people that weren't really into that stuff, they knew who Argento was. He was just, his movies played in my theater. That was that was different. Hey Joseph, but Fulci is somebody that I think I appreciate more over time. And the more that I learn about film, and the more that I watch, whether it be like a Massimo Dallamano Giallo, or a Fritz Lang film noir, or something of that ilk, the more I appreciate Fulci, because he really goes out there. He goes all out there, and he does such, like, you see his later stuff, right? Don't Torture Duckling. I agree with you, Cropsy. You see some of his other stuff, and you could see like later on in his career, he goes all in on the horror, he goes all in on the gore, and a lot of times that works. Sometimes it doesn't. Like, to be completely honest with you, sometimes it doesn't work. But it's always fun. But Fulci, earlier Fulci, Don't Torture Duckling, The Psychic, Murder Rock, The Lizard in a Woman's Skin, they're not just fun. There's really, hey, welcome, dude. There's really, really interesting stuff to study there. He was. And it's sad. See, Fulci was not aware of how popular he was. There's Giordano speaks about Fulci in the thing, and it says Fulci kind of like, when he realized like what was selling for him, like with the gore and the horror and stuff like that, he went all in. He strayed from the story, from the narrative. That's really good. If you haven't checked out the interview and you got it, you guys, I definitely check it out. Oh, Jason, welcome, dude. Moods is awesome. I listen to their podcasts, and they have long podcasts too, all the time. I'll sit down, like, I make an evening. I got my Just to This podcast, my Pure Cinema. I listen to Mood 616 podcast. There's one that in that family too that I also listen to as well. And I apologize. I will remember the name of it next time around. If you know it, you can say it. But there's two podcasts in that group that I listen to, and of course Screamcast. There's some amazing podcasts out there. Anyway, sorry, I got off topic for a second. I apologize. That's the story I was about to tell, Cropsy. That is the story that I was about to tell, and Cropsy just mentioned basically. He went. They got him to go to a Fangoria convention, like late in his life, like pretty close before he passed, and he was treated incredibly, and he couldn't believe it. What a lot of us take for granted, especially over here in North America or even in the UK, is in Italy, people like Lucio Fulci and Argento and even Bava were not taken as seriously, and were derided a lot over in their own country by other Italian film critics. They weren't beloved like they are here, even to this day. Hey, Cinema Dave, you did a video with Heath. I'm so excited, dude. That's cool. I haven't even done a video with Heath. That is cool. I am proud of you, sir. It is, Jesse. So Argento mastered the giallo. He did. Deep Red is an amazing film. For me, Tenebrae is even better. But they're experiences. They're experience giallo. They're about the reveal. They're about how they make you feel. Fulci did a better job creating an actual story narrative in his giallos. You can go back and watch the Fulci giallos and you'll notice they make sense. Like they make sense. The story, there's something behind it. Oh, dude, I am hardcore. Obviously, just look at my shirt, man. I'm obviously a hardcore Sergio Martino fan. The very first T-shirt I ever got from Severin was All the Colors of the Dark. Fulci said, "What Americans have always ripped off the Italians in horror." Yeah, that's Wheels. Have a good evening there, man, and I shall see you soon. Hopefully, I'll see you here for tomorrow's video. Yeah, just look at things like Halloween and listen to the soundtrack, or Friday the 13th Part Two. There were times. I mean, like obviously Italians made a whole movie thing of like what's going over bigger in North America, and like, but not and just doing their own versions of it. And I, honestly, in my not so humble opinion, besting it. And I will tell you right now, and I will go on the record, I like spaghetti westerns better than I like North American westerns. That's me. Like, do I love North American? Yes, I got a bunch of them here. But if somebody comes up and says, "You want to watch a John Wayne movie, or do you want to watch Sartana?" Dude, I'm watching Sartana. No, I haven't, Cropsy. I don't think I've seen that one. It's one that passed me by. Like, no, I'm not saying anything bad against. I'm just saying preference-wise, if I choose one over the other. Obviously, I like them both. I'm not going to spend money on movies I don't like. But Pagnini Horror has Donald Pleasance, and it has Derry Nicolodi. When I was completely in love with Derry Nicolodi in it, she's gorgeous. She looks the way she did in Tenebrae. So I'm very intrigued by the film. My dad hated it apparently, but me and my dad have different tastes when it comes to some of this stuff. And I know if it's even if it's cheesy and like that, I'm all in for it. I want the Severin package because I really do want those pins. It is. I mean, like that's the thing. You get so. Here's the thing. The victor wins. Writes history, right? And Italian have gone on from horror to doing other things and stuff as well. But over here we're more, we're filtered by the North American horror, and as we see more and realize what's out there and the stuff that's been done. Yeah, they count. Tombstones and Young Guns really count, and I do like Young Guns, by the way. Saw it in theater. Had a poster of it. I heard some great things about it. I haven't picked it up yet. Maybe during the sale. Ronald Reagan actually was a good cowboy. He acted as president for a while. Poor guy. I mean, like I think when Reagan was president, like a lot of what was done in the office wasn't Reagan, because because he had was it Alzheimer's or Nancy ran that man. I was a real big Reagan fan actually back in the day. Not even joking, right? I used to be when I was a kid. Like he was a larger than life character. What's a good first spaghetti western movie? Well, I guess like the Leone films are the obvious choice. But in all seriousness, I mean, like I like the Ringo films. There's two Ringo films, and There was the Sartana films are fantastic. Django, the original Django film, is actually an excellent starting point. The Great Silence, another incredible western. Uh, that was another one that like definitely. I mean, Once Upon a Time in the West. Yes, but no, because yes, Once Upon a Time in the West, one of the best, amazing westerns out there. But I don't know if I'm going to show that one to somebody because it is a long western and it is and it is amazing. But I think it's kind of when you gotta, like, you watch a couple others, and when you get to Once Upon a Time in the West, it's like this. It's this epic reward of like, okay, these westerns are really good, and you get to this one, it's like, wow, look what they did. The Good, Bad, the Ugly. Like, look what they did. Uh, so all great choices. It went like, if you want a gory western, like, it's not really Italian, but Cutthroat's 9, man. Pretty pretty gory stuff. If you don't mind the gore, that's definitely one of the darker westerns that was put out. But one that I extremely loved. Great Silence. Yeah, I mentioned that one. That's a good one. Uh, Very very different than you think. Actually, Big Gun Down is not the good one. But anyway, sorry I got distracted. Then I got to talk about what we talk about. But yes, I don't know. I mean, Fulci did some good spaghetti westerns. Didn't he do Massacre Time? Was it Fulci did Massacre Time, or am I thinking of someone else? Because it's been a while. I thought Fulci was Massacre Time. Anybody know? I haven't watched Last of the Dust yet. Like, I've watched it years ago, but not since the Blu-ray edition came out. I got it, but I just haven't got a chance to check it out. I'm a big Tab Hunter fan, and I like Divine. Yeah, perfect. So I'm not losing it. So it was him. I keep looking at this. This is so cool, guys. I am super stoked about my keychain for the Apocalypse. I don't have that. I don't have that one, actually. I should get that one. I'm a kid. I'm a big kid. So I don't know if I can choose between Lucio Fulci and Dario Argento. I don't know if I can pick a favorite because different time of the day, different time of the season, they're both my favorite. Now, I'm also a huge Sergio Martino fan. I do think that as cheesy as this stuff is, Bruno Mattei is definitely underrated. So is Fugasso. One of his best films. Camera's Closet. Man, remember that sequence of Camera's Closet with the big... Yeah, that freaked me out. Grease 2. I love Grease 2. I know the words to all the songs. And I'm not going to lie. I may just know the dance moves. The Joker. The Joker, Jesse, is unfortunately not getting... It's getting mixed reviews. It's getting extremely mixed reviews. Think our general films have the best soundtracks? Well, Cool Blue, have you watched Murder Rock yet? I want to see the Joker. Where does the ball? Room 237. You mean the documentary about The Shining? I loved it. It was hilarious. And to me, it seemed like there were people that watched The Shining and it might have cracked them a bit. To the point where, wait, this is not what I expected. I expected a better film than this, or I expected a different film than this. Let's now put secret hidden meanings to this film. That's my thoughts on Room 237. It is, but a lot of them actually did like this. They weren't putting it on. Like they really did think those things, and a lot of the stories, if you go back, you watch it, you notice a lot of them starts with, I wasn't really sure if I liked The Shining or not, but then I realized. I'm pretty sure like a lot of them start like that when they start like being interviewed and talked about it. I really wasn't sure about The Shining. It was different than I expected, but then I realized what he was really talking about. It almost seems like they can't comprehend the fact that they may not connect with the film of that director. And in doing so, have to find another way to make a connection to it. And in this case, they their connections were a little over the top, and I guess that's why they were chosen. But I love the documentary. I watched it several times. What doesn't sell to your country, dude? I missed that. Are you talking about Scream Factory? They don't sell there at all? It's a shame because Scream Factory, like, is as much as you get ragged on a lot. Like Scream Factory does put a lot of really good stuff. They put out some amazing editions of some films, and they're Silent Night, Daily Night, and Silent Night, Daily Night Part Two, Urban Legend. They're musts. They're like for me, like the package that they put together on those films, they're must have. They did an amazing job. The Critters box set. It's a shame that you can't because, and I know understand it, Scholar, because they do sell some stuff my way. Like there's certain things that I can't get over here in North America and Canada, but there's the posters and there's the NECA figures and stuff like that, and that gets extremely expensive for me here in Canada. If Enright, if you're still here, Enright, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, some of the artwork's good, just some of it's not so good. It depends on who's doing it. Well, Village of Damned, that's a good price, but it is Village of the Damned. I don't say, but I own it. Don't worry about that. Some of the artworks lately, the ones I mentioned before that were kind of busy. But I overall I do like a lot of their stuff. As you guys know, I got a lot of their stuff. The road game artwork is not good. It's just I just wasn't a fan of it. And the best girls in Die Die My Darling. Oh, nice. Die Die My Darling is one I've seen in a long time. Isn't Stephanie? Stephanie? What's her name? My God, Stephanie Powers. Doesn't she do like a nude scene in that film? I kind of think she does. The girl from Heart to Heart. Just saying. Maybe Jamie Lee Curtis is really pumped for that film. Jamie Lee Curtis' character is named Hitch, actually, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie. It's Stacy Keach, right? Stacy Keach is like picks up her and kind of nicknames her Hitch. I don't know if she ever really tells her actual name in the film. And they see this guy that's actually a serial killer, and it's kind of like a road chase film. Great film, by the way. Richard Franklin, great stuff. I like the Vestron collection. I think Jeep Vestron collection is overpriced though. But Vestron's put out some really cool stuff. I did actually, because I was actually going to, and over the weekend, we'll talk about that over the weekend. Obviously, during the week, guys, sometimes when work is heavy, like the videos that I do will be a little bit shorter, like the half-hour video that I did recently. And I do apologize for that. I still want to get like solidly length videos out there. It's just I've been at points where I've been almost exhausted, but I am getting every day done. So I'll be balancing them out. Weekends will be like for mega videos, so we can talk a lot more about a lot of different stuff. I had planned to talk about the Kino out of print titles over the weekend, so please mention that, by the way. Oh crap! Say, oh, see you later, dude. Hopefully you're in here for the weekend videos. I want to try and make those epic. I don't know. That's a good question, Jesse. That's a really good question. and one for us to look into. One to be intrigued by. Because there's a few, it's not just a couple, there's a few titles going out of print. And that's the Chicago way. That's intriguing. I have a Kino coming next week, by the way. Kino is an amazing company. They're highly underrated. I will go. I would definitely say Kino is extremely underrated. Kino's got a great, like, people don't talk very much about Kino's October titles, unfortunately, but they got some really good Kino October titles. One of them I got coming next week, actually. I hate the recycling case. I understand why they're doing it. It just drives me sometimes. But that's just me. It is, isn't it? Dolls is an amazing film. It it is an incredible film. Stuart Gordon. It's just, for me, it's just one of those, like, kind of perfect films. Did you notice the girl from Take on Me in the film Dolls? Her character actually kind of inspires the poster of Dolls. I did, Jesse. You are literally looking at the person that was calling out for Rawhead Rex. I love that film. I know it's not a perfect film. Hey, hey there, Emily. Welcome. I did. You guys know I did. I mentioned it on here. Actually, I own Dolls, but guys, if you haven't seen it, check it out on Amazon. Then buy the Scream Factory edition if you have it near you. Incredible. There's just, I love the, see, one, Rawhead Rex is the reason Hellraiser happened, because Clive Barker hated Rawhead Rex so much that he said, okay, if another movie's coming out, I'm directing it. And he directed Hellbound Heart, Hellraiser. But I really enjoyed it. It's a monster movie. It's cheesy. There's a scene with the priest. You don't get that one in every film. And it's brutal. It doesn't shy away. Hey, JR. Well, it is from the Guardian newspaper. I understand what he's saying. I do. And I understand why he's saying it. And I understand his frustration. As as a filmmaker that's going out there and trying to do, I guess, its own thing, I get it. I don't agree with it, but I completely understand that. Dude, you got one trippy night ahead of you. You're watching Beyond the Black Rainbow and Mandy. That is a trippy night. Dude, oh, do my best. What's his name? Vince Russo thing, bro, man. You sure you can do that, bro? Speaking of which, congratulations to AEW for beating NXT in the first ratings war. Just want to put that out there. I love the films that are coming out. I love, like, all these, like, the superhero films. I'm kind of getting, like, fatigued a bit. Emily, I am, but I am horrible at using it. I don't think I've used it, but I signed up for it. But I'm gonna rectify that soon. That is something that I desperately need to rectify. Everybody keeps asking me about Letterbox, and I'm sorry. I definitely will. Cold Fish and Another Nightmare on Elm Street. That's which. Don't you wish there was a movie called Another Nightmare on Elm Street? Isn't that a great title? Like, some people say, oh, what a lazy title. I actually like that idea. Oh yeah, it was. It was actually really good. There were some flaws throughout the AEW show, but the wrestling was definitely better. That's for sure. There's things that they still have to work on, but for a first show, it was really good. I guess spoiler alert, you probably know anyway, but Jake Hager showed up, which I think everybody kind of knew was going to happen anyway. I think WWE are trying to get CM Punk, but hey, Jake Hager actually wins MMA matches. I'm a Punk fan. Just putting that out there. Jake Hager actually wins. You too, Andrew. If you're headed out there, got to find some food stuff. That's what I'll be doing. That's like, oh, fresh wound, right? Are you serious, Weldon? That is awesome. Linnea Quigley looks like an amazing person to chill with. I'm not gonna lie, I lost a bit of respect for CM Punk about that after hearing that. But at the end of the day, the dude, he's got family, he's got to make money. It's still WWE. It's a roundabout way of him saying he's not working for the WWE, but it's still WWE. I think he would have been better served, even if he didn't go to AEW, to go to TNA or somewhere like that. But with a money deal, would have had some solid money going in there. The Barn too. I don't think I've seen The Barn. He did a few movies, didn't he? Because he's in the new Rabbit film with his wife AJ Lee, and that's another reason that I don't want him in WWE, because I want AJ Lee in AEW because I adore AJ Lee, and oh yes, I do. You're on your 12th. You're getting through them like good. Like I've done a few. I'm doing two tomorrow. Three from Hell. I haven't seen it, not yet anyway. I'm hoping it'll be okay. It's Sid Haig's last film. I do think you got to take into consideration that Haig's character was probably meant to do a lot more in the film, but due to health reasons, Rob Zombie chose to write his character like a lot less for his character, because Sid Haig was sick. I respect Rob Zombie for that. I really do. I 110% props for that. I don't think it was needed. I know. I feel like Zombie has made some missteps, and he felt like this was a safe place to go. But I don't really think it was. And I just hope that I haven't not seen this film, so I don't know. I haven't heard the greatest things, to be honest with you, even from fans of him. But I think Rob Zombie, although I don't like all of his films, I think he actually is a solid director. But he really needs to have somebody. He really needs to get somebody to come in there with him. He needs a partner. He needs somebody that's not going to be like that's not going to be like. I think Zombie's probably surrounded primarily by a lot of yes people, and somebody needs to tell him when something's not working out. But really, when something's not working. Hey, here's the thing. They can, the way I see it, they can keep making all the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies that they want. I actually have Tubi, so I will check that out, dude. Because there's going to come out ones that I like. There's going to come out ones that I don't like. But if they don't make it, and okay, People often like talk about sequels and remakes and reboots and all that stuff. But here's my thought, and you can give me your opinion on this. How many times, like, especially if you're my age or like, in your 30s or whatever, I'm not in my 30s, but how many times have you watched something or read something, excuse me, in a magazine about like this Friday the 13th or Friday vs. Jason film that never got made, or this Friday 13th film that was going to be made, or this alternate version of Halloween, or this other like Halloween film that wasn't made, right? And you're like, wow, that would have been really cool, or I would have really liked to have seen that, or sounds really strange, but still, I really wish it would have happened. I wish I would have seen it. Well, nowadays, you're getting to see that. You're getting to see like scripts that probably wouldn't have been made otherwise, that are now like they're coming out there. They're doing like different things. There is like Friday 13 definitely has room for improvement. I think they all really do. And if they don't, they can just be a fun film or a footnote or a neat little footnote. I don't think it has to kill. I don't think a franchise has to have an ending. Like they can do all kinds of stuff. Like Halloween. Look at Halloween. They came back, and I personally think they did good with the 2018 film. I know some people didn't, and but that's okay. If you don't like the 2018 Halloween film, there's lots of timelines for Halloween for you to like, or there may be ones that come out after this franchise. Or like if you like Jason X, for instance, you're a fan of Jason X, and I know a lot of people are. And for a lot of people, it got them in, that were science fiction fans, that actually got them in to the into the Jason thing and the universe. And then there was books that came out, and there were comics that came out for the Jason X universe. It didn't end there. There's so many different takes that you can do on this. A new movie does not take away the old, like somebody just said there. A new movie doesn't take away the old film. The old film still stays there. And who knows, that new movie may be your new favorite sequel in the series. I'm sure when people went and saw Freddy Part 2, Freddy's Revenge, they're like, well, yes, excellent. Oh, I want to see another Freddy film. Or some people may have said, well, they've done 2 of them. That's enough. I don't want to see any more Freddy Krueger films. So 2 was good. Let's leave it at that. And then Part 3 comes out. And what do we get? An amazing film, Dream Warriors, which is incredible. I'm a huge fan of Freddy's Revenge, actually. Amy, I always have been. I never really got the hate for it. But a lot of people thought, like, okay, you do a couple, that's it. And then people were like, okay, yeah, we've told the Halloween story. We got the 2 films. And then 4 comes out, and 4 I actually really like. So that's that's just my thoughts on it. There's my rant for tonight. Hope they came off okay. Yes, watching the new remake of The Fog really, really, really made me appreciate how well the original Fog was. And it also made me realize life is short. Sometimes I can pass something up. I think Hollywood still is taking chances. I really do. I just think that as an audience, as a viewership, we're not always taking chances with them. There are a lot of really good original films out there, but we as a collective audience are going to see the superhero films. We're going to see the John Wicks and the blockbusters and stuff like that. Hollywood is driven by the dollar, and we are the people that control that dollar. So if you think there's a lot of superhero movies out there, if you think there's like a lot of like kind of more mainstream or like movies or remakes and stuff that kind of don't take any chances, there's a reason for that. But that being said, with every one of those films that are being done, there's little films that are being made as well. Like right there, Seven Day, like a lot of independent films. a lot of like really unique films. There's a lot of stuff that go through the film festivals that really deserve to get an eye on them. When I started this, when I started doing stuff with this channel, one of the things that I said that I was going to do this year, and I hope I've been succeeding in doing it, is I'm spotlighting a lot of different companies that will put out a lot of these smaller films. There's that's that's a big deal to me to be able to do that. Jason Takes Canada. You're right on. You got now to kind of put a crossover aspect into it. If you're doing Jason Takes Canada, don't forget at least one scene where there's a guy walking down the road with a case of Moosehead beer, as a little nod to My Bloody Valentine, the original, where every scene looked like it was made by the guys that made Moosehead beer. Because apparently back then in Nova Scotia, Valentine's Bluff, everybody used Moosehead beer for everything, for carrying decorations, drinking at a bar, big things in the background. Moosehead beer, the only beer ever, apparently. Actually, in Newfoundland right now, that I would love to see that. In Canada right now, in Newfoundland right now, there's a women's film festival going on, and because of that, there's an actual Newfoundland brewing company that is making a beer called Director's Cut. So I'm gonna get my better half to kind of try to grab me a Director's Cut bottle of beer when she comes back from Newfoundland. Oh, I'm starting to get burpy there, guys. I apologize. Popcorn versus art. So really don't get art films, but I'm trying. It's okay, dude. You don't have to. Like, if the I definitely suggest diving in and checking stuff out. But at the end of the day, watch what you find fun. My better half does not like Ingrid Bergman. Ingmar does not like Ingmar Bergman. But that's okay. Because she knows what she likes. So yeah, so it's Kitty Vitty Brewing Company in Newfoundland, and they are doing a Director's Cut beer. I'm trying to find it here to give you like an idea on exactly what it is. Let's go to local news. Come on. Local news. But I thought as film people, you guys would get a kick out of this. Police seize 2 kilograms of cocaine. Wow, good for them. But that's what I'm looking for. I'm still not going to find out. Anyway, I'll find it next time on video. We'll talk about it, because I'll even try during the 31 days, or if my better half can get me a bottle of it, or a can of it, whatever it is, and bring it. I'll crack open a Director's Cut beer while I'm on here. I did not. Actually, I did not know Anthropophagus is the thing. I haven't picked up the Universal horror sets from Scream Factory, though I do know from Brian from Just the Discs that they are amazingly cool sets, and they have a lot of great features. I did not realize how many features were on them. Great stuff. There you go. See, you like Dark Phoenix. That's your thing. Stick by it, man. Oh, this All the Colors of the Dark is the film. If you ever want to check out the film, this is from Severin. I actually have an Edwidge Fenech shirt. I'm very proud about that. Anthropopicus. I definitely got to look up the label for that one. I will look up the label. I promise. I'll do that right after here. So, guys, there you go. Tomorrow we are talking. We're going to start talking about Nico Mastriakis. I'm going to try and sell you on some of his films, but I'm going to be talking about some other stuff as well. So you're going to have to come in and find out exactly what that is. Today we unbox some stuff. That's cool. I love the fonts. That's awesome, dude. We unboxed the Hemisphere horror box set. We found out some of the upcoming Severin stuff through the catalog. We unboxed the wax mask. We unboxed Killer Crocodile and Killer Crocodile 2. We saw the extremely cool, and we talked about Lucio Fulci, Psychic, and Murder Rock. And I went hard on Love and Murder Rock. Although really, I do love both those films. It's cool, man. It's a Jaws ripoff, but it's cool. I am Aaron. You need to watch Murder Rock. You guys are the movie club. As always, you guys are super awesome. For people that are new here, please come back. I really enjoy this, and I really enjoy talking to you guys. You're Batman. And tomorrow we will be talking a lot of different stuff. And if you haven't seen, Nico Mastriakis films, I'm going to try to convince you. And if you have, and you're not really a big fan, I'm going to try to sway you. Plus, I'm going to talk other stuff. Director's cut is from a combination of stout and pale ale. I am Aaron. You guys are the movie club. This is the movie library. It is seriously time for tea. And I am freezing to death down here. Have a great night, and I will see you guys tomorrow for 31 live Days of Horror, Day 6.